All right, we're back with Vane. Looking at board perspectives here, and a topic that I get a lot in our executive search practice, Vane, is environmental health and safety, which obviously you guys are massively involved in. I'd like you, if you would, give us some examples where board involvement, awareness, board oversight of this whole area would minimize risks from actually not paying attention to this area. And also, if you can touch upon what I've found a lot is talent or individuals are placed more importance on joining or not joining a company based on management and the board's perspective of this whole area. Can you chat a little bit about that?
You bet. Well, so again, KPA, the company that I'm working with, we have risk consultants throughout the U.S. doing environmental health and safety. We've been doing this for 28 years. We work with big clients, specifically in the auto industry, such as Roger Penske's organization, Penske Auto Group, AutoNation, which is the largest auto dealer group, and 8 of the 10 top dealer groups, as well as we have other clients in collision and manufacturing and other markets. What I see when I look at those bigger companies and ones where they have a sophisticated board, there's significant risk when it comes to environmental spills, EPA fines, OSHA violations. Certainly, nobody wants to have an accident or a very fatal accident within their organization, and yet those things happen. And so what I find is that number one, from a board perspective, is something that each board should be paying attention to, right? Does the management team have the right environmental health and safety solutions, whether it's internally developed or using an external firm like ours to make sure they're doing best practices? There's a certain culture that's created. I'll use Roger Penske's organization as an example, where he's really, to his credit, created an amazing culture at Penske Auto Group. They have 15, 16,000 employees. They have a very safe track record there. They've been able to lower their workers' comp expense in the millions of dollars that they've been able to save on an annual basis because of their lower accident rate and the overall arching safety culture and environmental culture that Roger and his team have created there. He's got a dedicated executive on his team, Jim Brown, that really puts a lot of focus in this area. And so hats off to their organization, and I'm sure that gets relayed to the Penske Auto board on a regular basis, given what a high priority the management team puts on that. So I think it's important from just a risk perspective, to make sure that you're not taking on and getting some kind of a huge fine. I mean, we've seen all kinds of efforts being put forth by EP and OSHA to make sure that people are paying attention to the rules that are out there and keeping employees safe and making sure that environmental issues are addressed. And that's only going to get more and more stringent as we go forward. If you look at what's going on in California and some other states that are fairly compliance-oriented, that will be trickling throughout the U.S. over time. And with that comes hefty fines and risks that go with that.
Do you find that boards are paying attention? They're actually putting people on board specifically, or at least partly, to address this?
I think that's kind of a mixed bag, Mark. I'm not sure that that's a high priority today, but I got to believe over time it will be. I think having somebody at the board level, much like we have somebody that's got a audit background or a financial background to be on the audit committee, is super important from a compliance perspective. I think going forward, having somebody that has some experience with environmental health and safety issues, because retaining and maintaining top talent in your company, people want to work for safe environments. People want to work for places where the management team and the board care about doing the right thing by the environment, especially the millenniums that are at new people being hired in the marketplace, right? So if they feel like they're working for a company that doesn't care about those things, that could sway their decision and could make them either not join the company or not stay with the company. So I believe that it's an important area that boards should be paying attention to, and whether they have somebody at the board level that has that background or that they seek out some support there, I think it's important.
Yeah, and I've seen direct examples where people that has been the factor in accepting or not accepting one over the other. So I think you're 100% right on. Thanks for that expertise.
You betcha.